Hey YouTube, Awesome Rider here. Welcome to my review for the DX Kingohger Zero from Ohsama Sentai King-Ohger. So this is a classic black gold edition repaint. You know, very often series will give us a special edition repaint of the mecha or multiple mecha. In this case, obviously we're getting that, which is really cool because I love the design of King-Ohger. I love the design of most of the mecha in the series, period. So I would absolutely welcome an awesome looking repaint like this. But it's kind of extra cool because it actually is in the show. It's basically Ohkuwagata Ohger's mecha, and it plays a pretty decent role in the story, which is rather cool. I just find that neat that like there's an extra reason to like it and want it. However, that might be a bother to some people because if you're a completionist, that means you're going to have to hunt down an exclusive. And I say hunt down, but they're really easy to find. It's just more about the price. So this review is going to be a little bit different because obviously I've already covered this mecha and how the functions and everything work. So I will link to the main King-Ohger review if you're interested in like how to transform and stuff. This is going to be more about the aesthetics and the quality and whether it's worth it to get this repaint or not. Just talking a little bit about the way they look and how much I like the paint and quality. I will say overall the quality of this is very solid. I've kind of been hit and miss with the quality of the Sentai mecha over recent years because the feel and quality of them has taken, I think, a dive, which makes sense because like the market has changed and everything. But these overall feel very solid for what they are. Like they don't feel overly cheap or anything. Some more than others, like obviously the little like mini mecha are going to feel a little bit cheaper, and they're probably the least interesting in regards to their repaints. Like they overall look pretty fine. I think the spiders look decent enough for what they are in regards to the repaints. The ant is really nothing. I think, does he even have any paint in the other one? I'll try to find a picture, but it's just like a gold band on his butt. I do like the ladybugs though. I mean, obviously when they're in their regular form, they're just ladybugs, but the black gold ladybug aspect looks really cool. It might have been even cooler if they gave them black spots here, but overall they look good, and when they're on the mecha, they look pretty neat in my opinion. You know, everything else is pretty basic. I really do like the way that they keep the kind of accent colors of the respective ranger though. It keeps it from just being like a just color of black gold, and it makes sense in the context of the story, but I think in the design, I really appreciate that getting the toys, like getting the accents here, the blue contrasting with the golden wings, even just the way that the eyes pop out on this one, I like a little bit better than the main mecha version, which is kind of neat. Probably my favorite though in regards to the accents is keeping the purple here for butterfly. I think that looks really cool and really unique, and I really like that a lot. Like that's something I don't remember seeing very often on past black gold editions, is keeping different colored aesthetics and stuff like that. The yellow is a little more understated here on the mantis. You know, it doesn't look as cool as purples. I think that would make sense though because yellow is kind of close to gold. B looks pretty cool though. I'm just gonna let him lie like that. B looks pretty cool though because it's kind of a black gold B color scheme. It's a little bit like, it is different because you have the different colored wings, but because it's already a Black Ranger one, you don't notice the differences as much, but it does make a pretty cool looking black gold color scheme for the B. And overall, you know, Ohkuwagata looks pretty cool as well. You do have the red accents, which looks neat. Probably my second favorite in regards to the accents, just because it kind of gives it a very almost more techie feel to it, which I really like. And I think this looks really good in black gold, and it makes him look like he fits in with the other like Shoe God trio and stuff like that. So yeah, overall, I have to say I really like them. Like usually, in general, with it just not even painted mecha, like the individual mecha part isn't my favorite of it. But I have to say, like, I wound up liking these individually more than I thought. Like the main event's going to be the mecha. That's how I'm going to display it, but I didn't expect to like the individual details on the designs on these as much as I did. But let's put it together and talk about how it looks. All right, here we have him in all his glory, and man, does it look great. I mean, obviously I already knew what it looked like from the show, but it is the CG model in the show. Like, no CGI shaming, I'm not one of those people, but it doesn't look as good as the others, and we only see it briefly, but the toy of it looks fantastic in my opinion. Again, I knew it would, and also we saw pictures of it when we pre-ordered it. But just having it in person, like I knew I was going to like it, but I like it even more than I thought. I think it was also because even though I was excited to pre-order it and stuff, like, oh man, I'm excited to pre-order, that's a weird thing to sound excited for, but you know what I mean. When I got it, I just like wasn't in the mood. Like I'm like, oh, that sounds weird. Like I felt like I was gonna do something with it. You know what I mean? Like when I got it, I just wasn't as excited. Like I didn't like, oh my god, I can't wait to open this. I was like, oh, I guess it's here. I'll do the review sometime soon, whatever. And even when I opened it, I'm like, okay, I probably should get this box out of the way. And then I actually opened it and put it together. I'm like, man, now I remembered why I was excited for this thing. It looks great. Again, I'm a sucker for these types of repaints. A little bit of extra reason to pick it up because it's in the show. But I'll just say that whether you're a completionist or you just like these repaints or are thinking about getting this, I recommend it. I think it looks great. It's the same overall quality as the main King-Ohger. You know, you got the same plastic feel, which feels solid, not too cheap. The articulation is great. I've never had any like loose joint problems or problems with like anything breaking or anything like that. Sometimes like some of like the panels and stuff, and the antennas can be a little bit hard to deal with and they'll pop off and stuff. But it's nothing where it ever feels like super cheap or anything like that. Like the Beast Morphers mecha, where I felt like sometimes I would blink and like a panel would fall off. So it's not like that. It's overall the same solid quality with a great paint job. The black gold color scheme is a good look for this. It's going to make for some fun stuff when you can combine it with the other black gold stuff, like the trio. And then they're doing a spider kimonos, which is really cool. And it's also really funny because when they announced that, I was like, oh, I hope they do Kabuto next. I'm like, you idiot, it's already black gold. You're the dumbest boy in school. But anyway, I can definitely recommend this. I absolutely do think it's worth it. Obviously, try to find a good price for it. I don't feel too dinged for like paying the Toku Collectibles price. I don't feel like I was gypped or anything like that. Both for like, their service as well as the toy. This is an advertisement for them, and I'm just saying. But I will say, as with anything, it's good advice, whether it's something I'm highly recommending or only medium recommending. Just search around like Mandarake, the aftermarket. You'll probably be able to find a pretty good price, if you're patient enough. But anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell. Notifications for all my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.